make some cookies. What kind? Now that is a question. Well, it's getting kinda close to Christmas. Maybe ginger snaps or shortbread or maybe oatmeal. Maybe a classic chocolate chip cookie. I see. 1 vote for chocolate chip. Well, make that 2, and we are both the presidents of Cookie Land. Yeah, I know I'm in a bit of a goofy mood right now, but anyway, you know what, I'm sold. I'm gonna make some chocolate chip cookies. I don't suppose you would like to be my assistant for this endeavor? Oh, well, excuse me, obviously you'd be the head chef. If we were cooking. But we're baking, so that means I'm in charge. Well, yeah, there's a lot of different ways you could make chocolate chip cookies. A lot of people claiming that their method and recipe is the best, but let's just keep it simple. We'll just use the recipe that my family always used. So, first things first, could you preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, please? Thank you oh so much, my treasured assistant. Alright, I'll stop. Okay, so what are we gonna need? We're gonna need butter. Wait, do we have butter or do we have to use margarine? Oh, sweet, we have butter. Alright, great. Well, I mean, yeah, you can use margarine, but it's kind of different. It's got a different taste. Sometimes, like, it really depends on the margarine, but usually I prefer butter in my chocolate chip cookies over margarine. I know, I'm so elitist like that. Next we need sugar, brown sugar, what else? Salt, baking soda, vanilla extract, and obviously flour, and eggs, and yeah, I think that's it. Oh my gosh, you're right, how could I forget? The most important ingredient. The chocolate chips. I mean, without that, they wouldn't be chocolate chip cookies, they'd just be cookies. I mean, yeah, we could have cookie-flavored cookies, but then we'd just be ripping off Asduf movie, what with the whole pie-flavored pie thing. Okay, well, first things first, we need 1.25 cups of butter. We only have a cup. Well, whatever, I'm sure it'll be fine. We need to soften it up first, though. And then we mix in 1 cup of white sugar and then 1 cup of brown sugar. Do you want to do the mixing or should I? You're gonna do it? Okay, great. Yeah, this would be easier if we got a stand mixer, but I don't know, do you think we'd use it enough to justify the price? Well, if we never get around to buying it, we can just ask for it as a wedding gift someday. What, are you trying to tell me that a wedding isn't just an excuse to get free kitchenware? Alright, if I happen to see one on sale, we'll talk about it, okay? Is that all mixed in? Great. Next we need 2 eggs. There's 1 and 2. And mix all that in. You're getting a workout doing this. Come on, it's not that laborious. Your arm's not even getting tired, I bet. Next is 2 teaspoons of vanilla. No, not tablespoons, teaspoons. Yeah, really, that's all. I think if we had 2 tablespoons of vanilla, these would just be vanilla chocolate chip cookies, which I guess doesn't sound bad, but I feel like that would be too much liquid for the batter. Okay, and then we're gonna need a second bowl to mix the dry ingredients. Okay, so it's 2 cups of flour, and then 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and then half a teaspoon of salt. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I don't really get why they all have to be mixed together like this. I don't know. Well, I trust the person who wrote the recipe. I mean, whatever. I guess it makes sense. They probably know more about baking than I do. Okay, well, I don't know who wrote the recipe. I just know I'm related to them. Like, this is from the family cookbook. It was probably my grandma or my great-grandma. Doesn't matter. I mean, this seems like a pretty standard cookie recipe. Okay, well, if it's all mixed together, just like take a third of it, just pour a third of it into the cookie batter, and then just mix that in. No, not all of it all at once. It'll take forever to mix up that way. Plus, some of it will probably start spilling all over the sides and everything. It'll get really messy. Just do it slowly. Okay, then the next third. Yeah, it gets a little bit harder to mix at this point. Do you want me to tag in? Oh, you have to prove that you're strong enough to do it, of course. Of course. This is truly a feat of great strength. Okay, then the rest of it. You sure you don't want me to tag in? Yeah, just scrape up the flour from the sides and the bottom. Just make sure it's all nice and mixed in. Alright, that looks good. And now the chocolate chips. How much? I think well, it says 2 cups, but you can pretty much just use the entire bag. Yeah, I know, it feels like it might be too much, but that's how my mom always did it. She was just like, don't bother measuring it out, just dump the whole bag. So, we'll just do that. Alright, and while you're mixing those up, I will grease a pan. Yeah, I think 1 pan fits 12, so we'll just dollop it out like that. Oh, careful, that one's a bit too big. Well, yeah, I know, you want big cookies, but if you make them that big, they're just gonna all run together. Alright, that looks good. Is the oven hot enough? Yep, 350. And we put them in for 10 minutes. Well, we should check them at 9 minutes just to make sure they're not overcooking. I mean, if the outside edges are golden brown, it's usually a good idea to take them out. And the timer is set. Great. What are we gonna do for the next 10 minutes? Okay, I see where you're going with this, but slow your roll, okay? Look how much dough we have left. We've still got plenty more cookies to make. Yeah, I know they're cooking in the oven right now, but we have other pans, so let's fill up another pan so we don't have to waste time in between batches. Well, it's not that much work, and at the end we'll have delicious cookies. Well, when we're done, we can go make out to your heart's content. Jeez. Hey babe, you want to know something? The cookies will be pretty sweet, but they'll never be as sweet as you. Ah, don't cringe, you know you love me. Yeah, and I love you too, nerd.